You guys, Carissa here. I am coming here to give you a quick reading. And if you like it, hit the subscribe button for more content and like this video. Okay, the first reading that I'm going to do for you, I'm going to give you some affirmations and we'll read something else. It's a surprise. Okay, so I'm going to do a 2-card tarot spread and I'll shuffle the deck. So I'm going to do this one. One already fell out. We have the 8 of Wands, and that has to do with acceleration, movement, moving forward to higher levels, passionate, fast movement. So, all right. And then let's see what you're having fast movement towards. So I'll keep shuffling. Thank you, Spirit, for giving me the collectives. Thank you, Spirit, for giving me the collectives journey, what they're moving fast on towards. Thank you, Spirit, for giving me that answer. Thank you, Spirit, for giving me the answer of what the collective is moving towards. Also, the 8 of Wands speaks on act now. So you can act now. We'll see what's at the bottom of the deck. Look. The Sun, that is happiness, joyful times. And on the top, challenged. You are having challenges on moving forward. So my answer to you is, if you are wanting to move forward and wanting to take that passionate action that you've been wanting to, do it, because look what's on the bottom, happiness. Okay, so I hope that helps you. And I am going to read out of this animal deck, and we'll get a spirit animal, and then I'll read a story to you. It's a guidebook that I'm going to read from. So let's start shuffling. Thank you, Spirit, for giving them their spirit animal. Thank you, Spirit, for giving the collective what they need to hear. Thank you, Spirit. One more shuffle. Okay, so you have the tiger at the bottom, claim your power. And I'm going to read this one on top. Almost there. You're almost there. So we'll go read about that. That's number 44. And I'll read you this. That way you can have some confirmation about what I'm talking to you about today. 44, almost there. The fox. In the blossoming spring season, little fox frolicked and skipped in the wild woods. As he played, his attention was constantly drawn to a distant light. The light glimmered deep in the forest past the rumbling river. Although he couldn't quite make out what the light was, every bone in his body knew that it was meant for him, and his soul would spark with joy when he saw it. It was as if the light were a magnet calling out to him. But whenever little fox ventured towards the light, he was always abruptly stopped by the roaring river before him. Little fox would fall into despair, for he could not unite with the light that called him. Time went on, and spring became summer. Little fox would continue to catch glimpses of the light, still filled with excitement and longing to unite with his beloved light. He would regularly attempt to reach it, only to again be blocked by the roaring river. More time passed, and as autumn approached, little fox grew and learned many lessons. Yet he was still faced with a unquenchable thirst for the light. Little fox became distraught and angry towards life. He often cried out in sharp howls, forsaking life for presenting him the beauty of the light without allowing him to embrace it. He grew mistrustful that life did not have his best interest in mind, and increasingly became hardened and jaded. Autumn transformed into winter. By this point, little fox was big fox, but his heart was broken, for the only thing he ever longed deeply for was out of his reach. Big fox gave up. During the early winter months, Big Fox did what he had to do to survive. But he had a hole in his heart. He walked with his head low, for he could not bear to look up and see the out of reach light. One night, as Big Fox lay asleep, snow began to fall. When Big Fox awoke, he was taken aback at this new element he had never experienced. As he started his day, he saw a gaggle of geese standing on the river in the distance, completely perplexed at how they were now standing on water. He approached the river with caution. He had learned through all his seasons of life that he must be careful and cautious. As he put his paw on the water, he found it to be hard and sturdy. He gasped and thought, could it be? Could this be the path to my light? Big Fox carefully crossed the hard water with deep awareness. He listened for the cracks and creaks in the hard water and scanned the sky for hawk approaching. As he crossed the river with extreme care, he dawned on him that if he were little fox, he would have run, if he were little fox, he would have run boldly across the hard water without a care in the world and could have been hurt or even killed. A shower of epiphanies began to rain on him. He realized that he had to go through all the seasons and learn all the lessons to be prepared to work towards the light destined for him. As Big Fox finally crossed the great river, he thanked Mother Earth and Father Sky and understood that he had to wait to gain the wisdom that prepared him for crossing the great river. If there is something you yearn for in your heart and have been trying to achieve with little to no success, this is a profound confirmation that it is approaching. Be patient. There is wisdom in the waiting. This is the preparation time. You are gaining what you need to unite fully with what your heart desires. Endure, endure, endure. That was beautiful. Okay, so I am going to give you an affirmation for the day. Thank you, Spirit, for giving the collective their affirmation. Thank you, Spirit, for giving the collective their affirmation for the day. One more shuffle. I'll read to you what's at the bottom and then I'll give you what's at the top. Okay. So at the bottom you have follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. And at the top you have do it for yourself. Follow your dreams. You better do that for yourself. And for your loved ones. Do it for yourself. Okay. Now I'm going to be pulling from the Power of Love deck. These cards are beautiful. And I can't wait to tell you what Spirit has for you. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, for giving the collective their message. Thank you, Spirit, for giving collective their message. Thank you, Spirit, for giving collective their message. One more shuffle, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, for giving the collective their message. Okay. Okay, we have self-love at the bottom. I'll read to you what it says. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. And then I'll read you at the top. Individuality. Individuality. You leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. That's great. I'm going to go to the next deck. This is Notes from the Universe. Notes from the Universe. And I'll give you 3 notes from the universe today. Thank you, Spirit, for giving the collective the message that they need to hear. Thank you, Spirit, for giving the message to the collective from the universe. Thank you, Spirit, for giving the collective what they need to hear. One more shuffle. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so I'm going to pull from the bottom. Convince yourself, not others. And I'll read what it says on the back. The need to clarify, explain, or justify oneself in personal relationships is always self-serving. What's important is knowing the truth about why you felt the need, because it often points to insecurities that could be dealt with in more effective ways. Love the universe. Okay, so I'm going to pull on the other side. Sometimes the good is hidden. All right, I'll read this to you. Find the good in what they said or asked. It's always there, even if they didn't mean it or for it to be even if they didn't mean for it to be there. Shockily yours, the universe. P.S. Clues for what you want are hidden all around you. That's cool. And one more, I'm going to just split the deck. I'll get it right here. So, time for a love fest. Actually, everyone is reasonable. They just have their own reasons, and usually it's worth trying. To learn what they are to maximize chances of a full-blown 60s style psychedelic love fest, which is always a good thing. Groovy you, the universe. Okay, you guys, that wraps up the short reading that I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to like. Thank you.